My brother is currently in jail for drugs. He's been addicted to drugs since he was 13 years old. When I visited him, he understands that he's there because of his actions. The thing is, many of us, we like to point out the consequences of people's sin. But most people, they know the consequences of their actions. A lot of times they choose those actions anyway, thinking that maybe the consequences won't come. But when they do come, most people know that it's a result of their actions. But what they don't know is that God never wanted those actions to begin with. He never wanted us to live apart from Him in sin. He always wanted to live with us and in us. So instead of me telling my brother that hopefully he will learn this time, I told him the good news. And that's that God loved him. And He never wanted him to be behind those bars. And that if he thought for 1 second that he deserved to be there, and if any of us think that he deserves to be there, then we should know that we all deserve to be there. Because we all have sinned and deserve death in prison. But Christ set us free from prison. He doesn't want that for anyone. We must not be so quick to kill and destroy and throw people in prison and jail because they got what they had coming to them. And understand that if we had what should have come to us, then we would all be behind those same jail cells now. Because all sin leads to death and blinds you to live who you were created to be. Drugs, lying, stealing is all a form of sin and blindness to the truth that sets us free. It's impossible to be the right person without the right person living in us. We would only become judges to say that someone on drugs don't know better because they're addicted. But on the other hand, others can just make a choice to not lie or to not steal or to be a good dad or a good mom. All sin is sin. There is not one bigger sin than the other. And if we think that there's a bigger sin than the other, then we've just become self-righteous. People can't just make the choice. They can't just stop doing drugs, just like they can't just stop doing any other sin. They are all addictions. They have to know what Christ has done for them, that He has set them free from sin, that He has unblinded them and delivered them, that He wants to refather them to be the best dad or mom of all, that He wants to make His home in all of us and has delivered us at the cross. But if we don't know that, we and others will live as children of the devil. And it will look like we are choosing that, but we aren't. We are choosing out of ignorance. We're choosing out of blindness. Then we begin to think that if I can choose it, why can't you? And we become arrogant and lose compassion for people. Not compassion for their sin, no. But we get too busy criticizing them in our hearts that it's impossible to love them. Love them the way that He loved us, that even while we were sinners, that He would die for us. May His grace be upon you, that you will live as He lived. Love you guys.